Welcome to Truth Be Told. So, the views and opinions you hear today are variations of individuals in the community. We're not here trying to minimize males, single life, females, or people in relationship. We're just trying to provide clarity and what we all think and have the truth be told. You can also later on join the conversation on Facebook or go to www.truthbetold.com or truthbetold617.com. So the first topic that we're going to talk about here today is characteristics within men and women. Wifey versus jump off. Anyone want to jump in on this? Go ahead, Peaches.
What makes you, I can't say wifey, but what makes you hubby versus cuddle buddy? That's what I'll say. Hubby versus cuddle buddy. I don't know. I think I definitely expect you to be a provider if you're going to be hubby material. Like, I can't be thinking about having a long-term relationship with you if you're not a provider. So that's one thing for me.
One thing for you. She has provider on the list. What do you have?
I would say he has the intelligence.
Intelligence.
I guess for me, you have to be able to know how to treat a man.
Treat a man. Want to go a little deeper? It seems like you're about to educate. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, not even educate, but just know how to make a man feel like a man. It's not putting you in a certain category.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do these type of duties, but just every now and again, you come. I want to come home and
it's good waiting.
Yeah, nice meal. Maybe my slippers in the brew. I'm not trying to sound old school, but every now and again, because as a man, that make you feel good. Same thing, but it would have to be vice versa too. She come home, the dishes is clean.
Okay.
Got the laundry done.
All right.
Maybe not folded, but it's done. You know what I'm saying? So just.
What do you?
I would say you definitely have to have some ambition.
Ambition.
Yes, definitely. You need some kind of. You have to be goal oriented. Something. Have something goal for yourself. You want something. The same thing. We see eye to eye in both levels. So that would play a nice big part for that one.
Correct. Sure. Correct. Myself, I believe confidence. A lot of these insecurities will take over a relationship. Doesn't matter how beautiful you are, but when you're insecure, you will worry who I'm with, when I'm with. Did I like this person's page? Whatever the case is, it's just crazy.
But you also have to encourage that.
Encourage what?
Her confidence. I mean, a female can only be as confident as you are allowing her to be. If I'm dealing with somebody and...
That's a lie, though.
No, it's not. If I'm dealing with somebody and you're supposed to be my man, you're telling me we're together, but then every time I see you, you're in the next female's face, or every time, for example, when you're with your man and we're together, but every female that walks by, your focus is gone, that could be kind of... You could be the most secure woman, but that could be kind of nerve-picking on your confidence.
Nerve-picking
because he's a guy. He's going to look.
No, I'm not saying I don't mind my guy looking.
Just don't gawk.
Yeah. if me and you are walking by and a female walking, you do the quick.
Right.
Hi.
Like
If me and you are walking and you watch her from there all the way down there, and I'm standing here, to me that's a problem.
No, let me tell you what the problem is that when another female sees another attractive female, they're automatically looking in the guy's eyes. He could be looking past her, he could be looking something around the area, but she's just focused on what he's exactly doing.
I just want to chime in on this one, because that also, females are smart. Just like dudes are smart. Like, if I'm with my man and I'm walking down the street and I stop to look at another guy, that guy feels empowered now. Like, he's like, oh yeah.
She with her man and she's looking at me.
And females are the same way. Like, if I'm with my man and he takes extra initiative, like, there are some dudes that are very, very smooth with it. And we like that. You smooth, because I understand you're a man, you're gonna look. But it's the overgeneralizations, like the ones who gawk or spend a little bit too much time letting that other female know she has something up on me. That's the problem.
That's also those just disrespectful type men too. Exactly. Like, they act like they're real thirsty, like they never seen a female before.
That's a good expression.
I mean, both sexes, it's alright if you look, but if you're staring disrespectfully where I'm standing here like I'm not cute enough, then you can go over there and holler at me. Or you get to pluck them on the side of the table real quick.
Because you know what? Automatically, I'm gonna think if I wasn't here, would you have went over there and talked to her?
See, look.
I'm just saying.
Oh, well, then that's a trust issue too.
No, but that's it's part of the confidence. It's trust and confidence. But if
Yeah.
you're giving her that much attention while you're sitting here in front of me, if I wasn't here,
But see, prior to the relationship, you should feel confident in yourself and in your own skin. It doesn't matter who you're going to be with, you will always feel this type of way,
I do agree
right?
with that.
So if I am with you and I so happen to quote unquote gawk at another female, just appreciating, admiring God's beauty that He placed on this earth, right? If I'm just staring for,
I love how you clean that
I appreciate it. So if I'm staring 5 to 7 seconds longer, like, wow, she's really an attractive woman, and I keep it moving, now you're gonna feel unconfident in yourself.
Well,
It builds
but
up.
think about it. How would you feel if that was done to you?
Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
if you had a girl and you was in a situation and y'all were out somewhere, it could be a party or something, and your female is, you know, in the next man's face, and she forgot she was even there. You're gonna be like, well, dang, well, why you in this dude's face all night? You know what I'm saying? Or it's like you can have confidence. I think everybody should have a sense of confidence, but you should also, as that person's partner, you do play a role in maintaining that confidence. You know, it's not to say, well, dang, since he doesn't tell me I'm beautiful, then I'm not beautiful. But we have to build up each other in a relationship, vice versa. She does it to him, he does it to her. You have to have that because there's always going to be pretty women. And I don't mind a pretty woman. I have no problem telling a woman she's beautiful.
Beautiful, right?
But
Because I'm confident in myself.
exactly,
I say that.
you
Go
know,
ahead, Casey, what you think?
No, I was listening, but I mean, I have to agree with what Peaches said. You know, I mean, it is good to, I mean, you should always have confidence in yourself in general, anyway. But I mean, like she said, I mean, it's good to hear your girl or your boyfriend say, "Hey, you look good today." You know what I'm saying? You look sexy. You look fine. Or even I know you might not like text messages, but hey, you know, you look good before you left the house today. I forgot to say that. You know, it does make you feel better and more confident about what you do. You know, so I have to agree with her on that.
So how about to the point though, this whole gawking thing, right?
You know, either you're gonna be smooth with it or you're gonna get plucked in the side of the head. It's just that simple. You can, you know, be smooth with it. If you're gonna gawk, that's on you. But, you know, if you're with your girl, I would hope that you would, you know, you don't do that while she's there. If you're gonna gawk, wait till she goes to the bathroom. Look all you want, put your head on the swivel.
I just have this one disclosure. Like, sometimes the gawking is an issue because you don't know what tone you're setting for the girl you're gawking at either. Like, let's say if you and Peaches were out on a date and you
Okay.
happen to gawk at me, I'm dressing nice because I want my man to see me dressing nice. I'm not necessarily dressing nice to get your attention, but the dude will gawk and then, you know, the female will look at that other girl like, you know, because it creates that whole atmosphere. So be slick with it. I would say be slick.
Well,
Do it, be slick.
well, one time, I'm not gonna lie, very true story. I had a girlfriend at the time, right?
One
I,
time.
one time, I did have a girlfriend, right?
Did you
And
hold the door for it? No,
that was real cute, right? So I was caught gawking, and I got smacked upside the head. It shocked the hell out of me. Huh? No, it was beautiful. It was one of those. The dredge was shaking, like, whoa, what's happening? And so I do understand, like, people do feel like females feel disrespected, like you're spitting on them, like just because you're looking at another
there's a
female.
difference between a glance and a look. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things. You can turn a woman or not. I can't even just say woman because I know guys that has felt a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not consistent in reminding that person how beautiful they are to you. The truth is, you could fall out of love with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So over time, I'm not saying like one incident and all of a sudden he doesn't love me anymore. But over time, if you're forgetting to keep that up in your relationship.
So your love is based off words that people are saying to you.
No, it's not that. Is that people could fall apart. They could go separate ways. So I don't know if I still have your interest. If you're looking everywhere else but in my direction all the time, I don't know if you're still interested in me.
Okay. All right.
I would say there's different love languages though, and
Yeah.
some girls do need to hear it. Like, I could freaking turn the world around as long as I have someone speaking positive words to me, you know?
Okay.
And I could do that. I know I'm capable of doing that. But it's like, you know, every female needs that igniter. So that's why I don't believe these chicks when they're like, I don't and I'm like, yeah.
But you have to show it too. I mean, you just don't always need words. Like, you need that emotional connection.
Exactly.
to
The
it.
actions happen.
It's right there, yeah.
Right.
So, okay, so I feel like we all almost on the same page that gawking is not necessarily a good thing, but
Either party, Jamal.
either parties, but,
All three parties.
but almost going to the next topic of what you guys have on your checklist. It seems as though positive words or almost reinforcement of people's position within a relationship is needed. Anything else that would, if someone does, you automatically take them out of taking them of a contender or being someone serious?
Yeah, a liar.
A liar.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Right.
Go ahead.
And like, what I'm talking about lying is like, just you're lying about the minuscule things, like simple things. Like if you're going out with your boys or something like that, you'll tell me, oh, I'm sitting at home for the night, but then you're out. And then if something happens, you know how everybody airs everything on Facebook or Twitter, and you're the number one picture or Instagram, you're right there, but you're at home tonight. I mean, like, just small things, like, just be truthful, like, be yourself. Like, if you're going out and you're doing things, like, that's how you build that trust relationship,
True.
so therefore you don't have any issues or minuscule arguments that could be taken care of if you just told me right up front. So, if you just be yourself and just act normal like how you should as an individual if you're in a relationship, then I think your relationship should be a little bit smoother.
Okay.
Just to add to that.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I was in a relationship, and every single time I said I'm going to the store, that store trip would turn into like 2 hours later, and it ignored it. Like it aggravated me. I'd rather you just say I'm going to hang than say I'm going to the store. And it's like little things like that. How could I take you serious? How could I? You know, you're lying about going to hang out. You
Okay.
know, it's like.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate with this one because, like, I think sometimes, like, I used to be a liar. I don't think I used to be a liar.
For 12
Like
months.
now,
Right. 12 months out of the
the
year.
truth of it is, it's a lot easier to tell the truth because there's nothing to remember. Like, but I used to be a liar, but I still thought I was a pretty good girlfriend. Like, I would lie, like, if me and my girls went to hang out because I know my dude don't really like that. I'll be like, oh, I'm only going to the library.
Okay.
And I'll be like, you know what happened, right? Like, you know. But so I understand that. But I think people are capable of changing. But I think you have to make an effort. Like if you know you're a liar and you know you should work on that, you got to work on it.
Okay. Tips for the
Like I
lies out
turned
there. I
around
love
so
it.
it's possible.
Why did you?
Go ahead. What you think? So myself, I'll just jump in real quick. Something that really irks me, and you say I had to wipe the face with it. Please, 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 just chew gum or brush your teeth before you go on a date. My goodness. No, seriously. Seriously, I realize, I don't know if it's an epidemic in certain parts of the cities, but
No, that's called not going to the dentist every 6 months. If you brush your teeth before you're on a date, or you chew gum and your breath stinks, you got a cavity. Or gum disease. So you need to go to the dentist. So that right there, that's part of cleanliness right there.
No, I feel you. That is exactly.
I mean,
Cleanliness.
I need to take it.
I'll drop you off. I'll drop you off.
So cleanliness, go ahead.
Like one of my checklist things, and it's not, some people may think it's kind of shallow, but I carry myself a certain way. And I'm not saying I gotta be name brand, but
Oh,
you know, like look a certain type of way. I don't wanna come and meet up with you when your sneakers ain't right.
Yeah,
and, you know what I'm saying? Like someone has told me I'm shallow about it, but I have to tell somebody like, don't ever come out the house with me like that again. And they thought I was wrong, but how do I look like where I'm going out of my way to present myself in a decent way, and you're coming just looking like you rolled out of bed? I cannot talk.
okay. That hit a nerve. What you mean?
I mean, you ain't gotta be, you ain't gotta be a fashionista, but
Fashionista.
I heard it on the radio. But you don't have to be up on fashion and going to the Vogue or fashion shows and all that.
a dude wearing Vogue?
No, I'm saying like the in vogue fashion shows and all that, going to the catwalk. You don't have to be on that type of level when it comes to clothes, but as long as you look presentable, you know,
Right.
go to Marshalls, get that $5.99 shirt. You know, go ahead. As long as it looks good and you look presentable. Because I agree with you about that. I had a situation, true story. I went out with one of my homegirls. You know, she's a real cool friend. She had her brother had a birthday, so I was like, bet, I'm gonna go. I wasn't thinking. I left out the house with some sweatpants and a
Oh,
t-shirt.
goodness.
And like when I got there, it wasn't nobody there. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like 20 minutes later, mad people start showing up. Like nice jeans, nice kicks. I'm like, dang, I can't do that. I can't leave the house looking like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
But as long as you look presentable, you know, you're good with me.
Look presentable and color coordinate, please, people.
Yes.
Color
No
coordinate.
hot paint.
Goodness.
That is very much needed. Anything you want to add to that?
I have two.
Go ahead.
So, I'm not attracted to guys that wear their jeans below the butt level.
You have to lift your
That's
head.
a deal breaker for me.
Ticket fine.
Oh yeah, doesn't take it fines, right?
Right.
That's crazy.
And I understand that, you know, every now and again, you know, people drink from time to time, but if every time I see you, you're tipsy, that's a problem.
Okay.
I can agree with that. Like, there's a time and place for everything.
I don't want my man to smell like Hennessy and, well, I don't even promote Hennessy, but Black Label and cologne all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. All right. So I think we all have things that are on our checklist for things that we like and what we don't like. But what?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to go back and ask Casey about what he said earlier. So he said one thing that he wants in makes wifey versus jump off is making a man feel like a man. What consists of that? Because I've been told I struggle in that department, and I don't know how.
No, like, you know, I mean, I don't like to use this type of the phrase, but in a sense, kind of stroke his ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like I said, when he comes home, have a nice meal for him, have his, you know, favorite slippers, nice little brew ready for him, you know. I mean, I'm keeping it
That's
real.
good.
Like, if I come home and I see that, I'm like, word, that's
He's like,
what's
I wanna
up.
come home.
It's gonna make me want to. If I know my girl's gonna, if I come home, it's gonna make me want to stay home. If I know, like, yo, I got you. You want some alcohol? I got a nice bottle for you waiting at home. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
You-
I
question, though.
had, like, the situation I was in, like, I've done all that. Cook, come home, clean. I've been like, you know, you're coming home, all your boys are coming, cool, whatever. Everybody can eat. But then it's like, because I was not the type to just, like, shut up about everything.
Oh, so
Then
but
he
how
was
did
like-
you talk to him?
I am an aggressive person. You know what
I'm
saying?
shocked.
You're wrong. I make the attempt to say it in the nicest way possible.
Do you call him any names?
No, even if I don't say names. Even if I don't say names. You might get me to that point. But even initially, if I'm like, you know, well, why would you do that? Because you could just do this. Or it'll be easier to do. It's like, oh, you don't believe in me as a man. Oh, you're going against my judgment. Like, I'm not trying to go against your judgment. But if there's an easier way to do things and I'm offering you a better solution, why is that going against your manhood? I don't understand that part.
That's it.
Well, it seemed like you like brushing against people's prides.
No,
I wasn't gonna say that.
no,
No,
it's not that.
I could identify with that issue because I'm like a strong-willed person, and I think you're strong-willed like I am. And a lot of the time, strong-willed people, we play in the genre of people labeling us controlling,
Exactly.
which
Oh.
I don't agree with. I'm just very strong-willed, but sometimes I have to take it down a notch and really I have to. It's hard to let someone you love feel at something.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
if you come up
You
with-
have like high expectations, and you want certain things a certain way, and if they're not met at that way, then you have your feelings towards them, which is fine. So basically, I mean, you know what you want, so it's not a problem whatsoever to lay that on the table so that they see where you're coming from.
That's cool.
So you're not just settling and accepting anything.
It's all about the approach. If this is someone you're investing in, someone who has potential, it's okay to back up sometimes and
True.
let them kind of, it's like it's like, I don't want to compare men to children at all, but the best way I can compare it for females is you might have a son who wants to go to college, but he wants to do it his way. And if you really love that person, sometimes you have to let it go and let them explore their own way.
Yeah, that's
So-
And just learn how to be supportive and still, cheer them on in their own way. you
Well,
know?
something I'm seeing a lot from strong-willed women like you guys are very stubborn. That's the issue. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just saying, there's a lot of, you guys have like stubbornness in your DNA. You guys just want to be right.
It's not about right or wrong. I think it wasn't about right or wrong. It was that I'm just trying to offer you another solution. I'm not saying we have to do it this way. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying before you make your decision, hear it from another side and go. Move from there. But then it was just always a constant battle. Like Michelle said, I'm controlling and, I'm not letting you. I always got that from
But
this
are you
person.
always bringing it up? Are you letting it go
I
at
guess it
times?
could be- that's probably where I slack, is letting it go. Because I always will say how I feel.
So you always say how you feel. I know some guys will call that nagging at times.
I
Oh my goodness, just let it go. So maybe that might be what that guy was talking about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wanna make a comment or something. And I just found this funny.
Okay.
So I'm coming home from work, and I'm about to walk into my house, and right before I walk in, I hear this couple arguing, and so I guess the blackness in me came out even more. It was like, yo, I want to know what they arguing about. So I waited a little bit, and I heard the guy say, when I say I'm tired of you, he was like, I'm not saying I'm tired of you, I'm tired of the things you do. And I thought about that for a while. And they went off, and I was laughing, and I went back inside. But what he said kind of stuck with me. I'm like, he's saying he's not tired. He's tired of you. Oh, he said, I'm tired of you. And he was like, I'm not saying I'm tired of you, I'm tired of the shit you do.
Correct.
And so my question is, is that a real, can you say that? It makes sense? Like, can you say, I'm tired of you, but I'm not tired of you, I'm just tired of that you do. Is that the same, or is that something different?
I can see the differentiation in the both. Like being tired of you, I would think that's just like overall and in general. I would take that as you no longer want to be with me. But if you say you're tired of my shit, like I guess it's just certain things that you're just tired of, and if you can't change these things, then I don't think we can move forward.
But the issue is the doo-doo is part of who the person is. You feel what I'm saying?
That
is a characteristic.
It is.
But there probably is something that she's consistently doing. And I don't know if it's personality-wise, something physical, whatever, but it's like aggravating him. And he's trying to tell her, but instead of him clearly saying what she's doing that's bothering him, he's just leaving it vague. She's doing, and then she still doesn't know, so that's still a communication barrier too. Because yes, you may be aggravating me some type of way, but tell me what I'm doing that I'm doing wrong.
If they arguing, she probably know what she did.
But she probably knows what she did. It's like vaguely said, so it's like you know what you don't know in that situation. So it leaves you kind of like on your toes.
But I just, I'm one of those females, I might, be hesitant at the time, but I definitely welcome the constructive criticism, because I think we can all do better at one point in time or another. So, if you have a girl who is not perfect, she has some issues, but she's willing to work on them, I definitely applaud that, because there's some people are like, even Peaches, she's like, what can I do? What is it? She actually took the time to ask him, what is it that you're looking for? And that says a lot. That says she's willing to make adjustments and fix whatever it is. But the thing is, I speak one language, you speak another. And guys are big on nagging. So you don't want to come across as nagging. And I'm actually looking for that information to make me better.
Correct.
So, in that perspective, you guys have to take the first.
Yeah, you can't look at it as that. You also got to change your mind frame of it.
It is the mind frame, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if
Right.
you're always saying your feedback, constructive criticism, you could say. If you're always saying in a high pitch, using vulgarity in it, I'm going to consider it nagging. If you're always screeching and you're waving your hands up and down, there you go. I'm not listening to what you're saying.
We're walking all night out.
Let's
Like,
walk.
what? 10 o'clock, time to get started.
And if you say it at certain times when I first wake up, don't piss me off there.
Oh, good.
I'm watching my Celtics. If you're hungry, like certain times.
See, the problem was she slept on that, so she couldn't let it go.
Just wait till I eat. Let me have a half a stomach at least before you start going on your
No,
rampage.
you messed up my dinner, so I messed up your breakfast.
I can't.
Now we get into the pity pad. We ain't got to do all that now. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw my Captain Crunch or something. Come on.
So yeah, that's a very good point in regards to the nagging and getting feedback, but also how you're articulating yourself when you're saying this type of feedback. Do you, as a guy, give feedback to females?
Yeah, why not? I get it all the time. Hey, every, and I'm not talking about these fine young ladies right here, but every female has an opinion about something that us as men are doing wrong.
Correct.
You know?
Yes, we do.
But at the same time, they give feedback. Hey, as long as you can give it, I hope that you can hear it and receive it.
Take it.
You know, and that's a big thing though. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And if you can come across in a respectful, calm manner, you're gonna hear a whole bunch of I gotta say. But if you start coming to me, like you said, screeching and arms flailing and this and blah, 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 blah. I'm turning on ESPN, I'm putting that shit on full. I don't want to hear that.
I think it runs back to do unto others as you want done unto you. Like we as females, we can't say, oh, he don't do this and he don't do that. And then when he does it to us, we have a problem because he used the same method of communication that we did.
Do you have a problem getting feedback?
Feedback from male or female. Does it matter? Yes, it does matter. Because,
Okay.
I mean, same with female relationships, like your girlfriend. Sometimes you'll have issues between them, and they won't talk to you about it, but they'll talk to the other friend about it, and then that causes
That's a
issues
good
too.
point.
And then when you're man, like that's even a bigger issue because this is someone that you're sharing emotional feelings with, love and everything. And then now they can even tell you how they feel. That's even
That's
more
true.
frustrating.
That is
So,
frustrating.
I mean, it works both ways. Like,
Okay.
you have to be clear on how you feel.
So I think we all know that the truth was told that communication, ladies and gentlemen, is actually needed in every single successful relationship. So we're going to continue this conversation on truthbetold617.com and also on our Facebook. You can join us there. Thank you.